Breaking news, a pyramid in Indonesia has been found that could be 27,000 years old. Bearing in mind 10 to 12,000, we was hunter-gatherers. So when you actually look at this pyramid there, I don't know if you can see it, and it's got these sort of rectangular blocks that makes it look like it's man-made. So they've been doing carbon dating, etc. So this is amazing, this pyramid. And they think that inside this pyramid there might be rooms and chambers and all sorts of stuff. However, there's always a catch. This is in the same article. It's worth flagging that there is controversy over whether this site involves human-made structures or a pyramid at all. So they tell us all this stuff about this pyramid and what's inside it in the radiocarbon dating, and they don't even know if it's man-made. So follow me, because I won't lie to you like these people. Crystal skulls, a little bit of information for you. The Smithsonian has this one here on show, and yet they say it's fake. And the British Museum has this one on show, and yet they say it's fake. I don't know about you. I always thought that the museums would show real things as opposed to fake things, because I could knock up anything and go and take it to them. And anyway, the most important part is to show you how you don't trust what they say. So Dr. Jane Walsh is one of the people that has studied these crystal skulls, and this is what she says in the Washington Post. She says here, Walsh has been working with the crystal skulls for more than a decade, trying to debunk myths about these fascinating relics, trying to debunk them. Now, I don't know about you, but any researcher should let the evidence take them, not start with a biased opinion. And this is what that person's done for the Smithsonian. She works for the Smithsonian. So what does Dr. Stephen Greer say about aliens building the pyramids?
Well, honestly, I don't necessarily think that there were ETs that made them.
Right, now hang on, hold on, listen to this.
The man I referred to earlier from Redstone Arsenal area, who is given material occasionally, is not always extraterrestrial. He has been given objects that are tens of thousands of years old or older, that are technological, that have been found in the ocean and elsewhere, that were of human origin.
Okay, so he says human origin. So unless it actually says made by a human, how does he know? I love Stephen Greer to pieces, but he should stay out of the ancient alien theories and stick with the modern ones. How does he know? How would you know? If you found ancient technology, how would you know it's human-made, not alien? Hi, I'd like to know your thoughts on the end of this, so just keep watching for a sec.
Holographic in nature. So what scientists did was they did an experiment called the double slit experiment, where they put two little tiny microscopic slits and they put photons on the back, and they shot these photons through these slits. But when they weren't looking, the photon created a wave pattern on the back wall of this experiment. So they said, why? How can this be? How can individual photons create a wave pattern? So they went back and put a looking device, a camera, to see how the photons were going through these slits to create a wave pattern. They wanted to know how that could be. But when they did that, when they looked, it created a digital pattern on the back wall. So all of a sudden, it was a wow moment. The actual prospect of looking, in other words, conscious intervention, can change matter, can change the shape of the...
So he says conscious, whereas that was actually a device, an electronic device that's now close enough to these atoms to be able to detect them. So what I'm saying is, he's saying it's complicated. What I'm saying is, because that's now been added to the equation, it's changed the parameters. Not because it's being watched, but because it's obviously given off electrical, because it's powered. So I think my opinion, I think the scientists are a bit flawed there, because as soon as you add something extra to the equation, such as a powered camera, then your experiments changed from the first time you did it, because it wasn't there. And so therefore, I don't think, unless I'm wrong, I don't think that by observing something it changes it. I think by adding something it changed it. What do you think? Am I right or am I wrong? Which ancient alien researchers can you trust? This is David Childress. Have a listen and then I'll explain why he's wrong. So there's only seems to be me left that gets everything right.
Ancient Sumeria. you have these very curious stories of the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki were half god, half man, who came down from the stars. They were instructing the Sumerians in various arts of civilization. They were very strange looking. They had elongated heads. They looked almost like insect type people, or what they call reptilian features in a sense, or a viper visage, as the Watchers were called in the Bible.
Okay, so he's gone by this one statue. There's two of these that's out there that seems to have some sort of squashed face, etc. And when you actually look at the Sumerian gods, they look like us because we're in their image. Now, that does not look like that. That is what David Icke had said was the Anunnaki, a reptilian. However, there's only two of these, and yet there are thousands of these with them looking like us humans. Thousands, except the fact that they were 8 to 12 foot tall. But yeah, so I don't know why there's no evidence whatsoever that these are reptilian. The Anunnaki were reptilian. None whatsoever, other than this unfortunate carving that seems to have been, squished or whatever happened to it. Zachariah Sitchin said that this was actually supposed to be a female, and the clay got squashed when they was making it, and this was a hairdo. He says it was Ishtar. But look, I mean, ancient aliens, otherworldly magic, yes. So I don't know. Maybe just follow me. It's probably easier than listening to everyone else. I mean, you take your pick. Two of these, or thousands of these, with no description whatsoever of them being reptilian or even having elongated skulls. Yes, there's elongated skulls. Watch my other videos. But when you actually do the research, and originally I did fall for it. I fell for what these researchers were saying, that they had elongated skulls, and I thought, elongated skulls underneath the turbans, but no, they don't cut their hair. But I only learned that through research, so it's up to you if you want to believe researchers like David Childress. I'm not knocking him. Normally he's good, but I can't believe he's fell for this. I would like David to show me evidence, not just two carvings out of thousands of these ones where they're actually just normal looking characters. Anyway, enough moaning now.